So I don't want anybody to get too excited, because this shit's always fucking janky. Nobody get too excited, right? But I did something today. I don't want to say what. And I did it because I was told I would get something for doing it. Now, why am I telling you this in such vague shit? Well, because I want you to know that there's a possibility in the next couple of weeks, maybe in a month or two, I don't know, there could be some really fucking funny shit that I'm going to show off to you guys. Because it just made me fucking laugh so hard when I saw it. If it pans out, it's gonna be beautiful. If it doesn't pan out, we'll never ever talk about this again, because I will completely forget that I even did this in 3 days, right? But nevertheless, it gave me a really good laugh just to think out the making the video in my head. Dude, if it happens, it's gonna be great. That's all I can say. I will tell you this, it applies to what we do here. It is a Donald Trump related thing. That's as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna tell you what I did. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm in the hopes of getting. I'm not gonna tell you what I was promised. But I will tell you that it is some Donald Trump related shit. That made me laugh so fucking hard, I needed it. I absolutely had to have it. It's like the Donald Trump coin. Donald Trump coin's pretty funny. Donald Trump coin still makes me laugh. Every once in a while I look at Donald Trump coin and I go, Donald Trump coin. Like, that shit makes me laugh. But it is an ounce of silver. Like, no matter what's minted into it, it's an ounce of silver. So, like, I paid, you know, $35 or whatever it was for an ounce of silver. Like, right? This is not an ounce of silver. This is something far more hysterical. Anyways, moving on. So, a lot of people, I mean, I always say that, you gotta scale shit for the numbers I'm working with. Some people in the comments had mentioned that, you know, this is China's fault, the whole thing, and China's got to pay somehow. Now, my thought on that is this. What do you do? They are the second biggest economy in the world. They produce everything. Like, not really, but a large percentage of everything. Right? They have a huge population, which is completely indoctrinated into their fucking thing, right? They're a hostile nation, pretty much to the rest, like a good 75% of the world, because that good 75% of the world is not communist. Like, it's not a coincidence that the United States is the largest economy in the world. It isn't a coincidence. The freedom and the ability to, like, fucking do shit, like, that, the opportunity that is provided by being here, it's amazing. So, like, this channel, I've been plugging away at this channel, I think now, for 5 years, right? About a year in, I pretty much gave up and just stopped, right? I just kind of didn't do much really of anything. I was doing maybe a video a month or something like that for like another year, and then I think I just kind of took a year off. And then I started doing this, and I started getting subscribers, right? And we are now where we are. But tomorrow, an old video could kick back up. The Gillette video could all of a sudden be fucking trending tomorrow and get 1 million fucking views. Who knows? Like, I'm seeing a lot of old shit come back around. Like, people are sitting at home doing nothing but watching YouTube all fucking day. So I'm seeing a lot of comments popping up on, like, really old videos. My PewDiePie, you know, hanging out with the AI chick that I did, that thing has been popping up a lot. So, who knows? PewDiePie could catch a glimpse of that, put it on one of his videos, you know, I thought this was funny, watch it on one of his videos, and then all of a sudden, you know, I've got 1 million subscribers. Like, right? Like, it could happen. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, big time's brewing. All of a sudden, doors are opening up for me everywhere. Everybody wants me on their show or whatever, because, it's a big guy at the moment, you know. And depending on how well you do or do not manage that particular moment, could lead you into being nobody the next day, or could push you into the lifelong career that Will Smith has had. Let's not pay attention to Aladdin, but nevertheless, dude's been fucking famous since he was like 16, and he's still fucking rolling. Good on him. He manages his shit well, right? He pays his dues, he does what he's told. Because don't make no mistakes. He does what he's told. That's how he's so famous for so long in Hollywood. Right? He'll probably even tell you, look, man, I'm very talented, I'm good at what I do what I'm told. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But, like, possibilities are endless with freedom. It's amazing what it gives you. It gives you the freedom. Right? So, it's not a coincidence that we are the best economy. And it really isn't a coincidence that China is the second best. Right? It's not a coincidence. What they took was the almost opposite route. They said, no freedom, we're just going to tell all you drones what the fuck to do, and we'll prosper because we're smarter than you drones work. Right? They went that route. And they have no regulations because they don't give a fuck about their people. So they, whatever fucking shit conditions they got, that's put shit together, motherfuckers. You're manufacturing now, right? They let children fucking work. They pay their people next to nothing. I mean, it's, if that's what you want to do, if you're really bound for that circle of hell, all right, fine. I guess, you know, you can either serve in heaven or rule in hell. I don't know, but yeah, so they just fucking pump out massive amounts of shit, and it's cheap as fuck to do it. So everybody's like, well, I'll get my stuff made in cheap places and sell it places where I can make good money. Right? It's not evil. It's good business. I mean, it's good business because they're evil, but it's business. So you know, like they have a shit ton of people. Like, we got a lot of people. Nothing compared to them. Right? We got a lot of freedom. They ain't got shit. But they do have a lot of people which they can mobilize to do shit. When you've got nothing but drones, ants can do some fucked up shit when they wanna. You know what I mean? So, it's not a coincidence, all this stuff. And if China were to somehow knock the U.S. off the top, and they were to become the dominant force in the world, what do you think would happen? Like, what happened when America became the dominant force in the world? We decided everybody should be happy and free. And we enforced that upon the world, wherever we found China. Except in China, because we couldn't really fuck with China, because China's got a lot of people, but they're all drones. It's tough. It's tough to fight the Borg, man. So, we kind of let the Borg just sit there and do their Borg thing, and we just kind of went, they're our production facility. Fuck Fuck them. Right? While our production facility is working on shit of their own, and now we've got this problem. So we have to stop thinking of them as our production facility and think of them as a hostile country with a lot of fucking people that makes everything. So what do we do? Because they aren't the only hostile fucking country with drones for people. You know what I mean? A lot of Middle Eastern countries, Iran, we got Russia, right? The whole triad of evil or whatever the fuck, right? Got all those shitty countries. They'll all back up China because what does the U.S. do? The U.S. is trying to make them bring freedom to their people. And they don't want to do that because they'll lose a lot of money if they have to do that shit. They don't want to do that. Fuck that. That's bad business. Right? We're capitalists. We should understand bad business. You don't let your slaves go. You worked so hard to get them. Right? You got to keep those motherfuckers working. Otherwise, you got to pay people to work. Bad business. Right? So, we're fucking with Iran, and we're fucking with Russia, and we're really fucking with China, and they're all pissed. And here we are, right? The worm has turned. Now China has kind of, I mean, not really attacked, but fucked over everybody. We have a pool party. The U.S. and Europe and Australia and all these wonderful countries, they're all hanging out in this part of the pool. And then in the other part of the pool, you got fucking shitty Venezuela and China and Russia and Iran and all those fucking assholes. And they're all sitting over there doing their shit. And then China decides, well, fuck it, and just wades out in the middle of the whole pool and just pisses all over the fucking place. Now we're all in China's piss water. What do? We can't really kick them out of the pool. You know what I mean? Like, how do you kick a country off the planet? I can think of a few ways, but not good ideas. So what do we do with China? Like, because if we go to war with them over this, whatever it is that leads to war, we go to war with them over this shit, they're going to call all their buddies, we're going to have to call all our buddies, and there's a whole lot of fucked up shit going on right now. Not a great time to be going to war. So, war is almost out of the question. World War III, everybody said Donald Trump would bring about World War III. I would very much like for Donald Trump to, at the very least, get out of his first fucking term without actually bringing about World War III. Just so I can go, oh, he made it one term. You know, but, right? We can't really sanction them because we have to enforce that shit. They make everything. Right? We're already tariffing the ever-loving shit out of them. And everybody else is like, fuck, man. You're pissing China off and they make all our stuff. Why you gotta do that? You know, so that's already a fucking contentious issue all the way around. We can't sue them. They're a country. And what are we going to do? Sue the lab in Wuhan for fucking $500 trillion for every country in the world to fucking deal with this shit? Because that's government. And they ain't going to pay. Like, I heard on the news that some country actually sent China a bill. Like an itemized bill. And I'm like, just thinking to myself, the dude that fucking gets to read that and go and crumple it up and throw it in the fucking trash. There has never in my life been a bill that I've ever opened, looked at, laughed, crumpled it up and thrown it away. But I've always wanted to do that. That fucking guy gets that experience. He's probably the only person in the world right now that gets to do that fucking experience. It's pretty awesome, right? That shit is pretty awesome. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna open it up, look at it, go, fucking paying that. And what are you gonna do? Are you gonna force them to pay you? What? Because it's a little bit more complex than sending your cousin over there to rough him up. It's China. So, I've been thinking about it. What do we do about China, right? Now, China, it's not really a one-way thing. It's not that they just make everything. They've also invested a lot. They've invested a lot in us. We have a lot of debt towards China, right? They've invested a lot in our infrastructure. They own a lot of buildings, companies here, all that sort of thing, right? Now here's what I think. I think we send a letter off to China and say, look, shit's expensive, you fucked up. So here's the deal. All that debt you think we have to you, we're going to just go ahead and say we don't owe you shit. Right? Because it cost us a lot of money to clean up your fucking shit. You pissed everywhere, and now we got to clean the pool. And it's going to cost us a lot of money. So we're just going to say we don't owe you shit. We're just going to go, we're on this one. Right? And then we should say, oh, and everything you own in our country, we're going to claim eminent domain on that shit. You don't own it anymore. It isn't yours. We're going to fucking sell off that whatever assets that are here. But anything that's actually on our soil that you own, well, used to own, you don't own anymore. It's ours now. We're just taking it. Because fuck you. You fucked up. And that means you don't get to play in our pool anymore, man. Right? Like, this is our pool. We can't kick you out of the pool. But this section right here that we've built our little fucking glass wall around, you can't piss in our fucking part of the pool anymore. Because we're just not going to deal with you anymore. And I think that we literally say, we don't owe you shit. We're taking everything that you used to own in our country, and we're just going to keep it, because fuck off. Come get it if you want it. And, yeah, and we're going to just, I'm just going to, fucking 1000% tariff on anything that comes out of your country that's tried to bring into this fucking country. We'll just go without until businesses figure it the fuck out and go, oh, well, if I make factories here and make things here, it won't cost as much to sell. So we'll just do that instead. How about that? We'll just crush you economically. We'll pull out entirely of you. And everything that you thought we used to owe you up until now, we don't owe you anymore. You can fuck off. I like that. I like that as like a world solution. Make them the third world country that they actually are again. Right? I know that's a lot for the 2020 election. Make China the third world country they deserve to be. It's not as clever as MAGA, but, you know, there's something there to that, I think. But I can't think of anything else we can do. Now, granted, that is going to bring about war. But if the world gets together to do it, and I mean everybody, you know, and we could sit there and go, look, Russia, Iran, all you fucking shithead countries, you can side with China, and we'll do the same thing to you. Or you can side with us, and everything will be status quo, except we're cutting China out of the world. They want to be sheltered away from everybody. They want to keep their own little fucking internet and their own little everything and not let any information out and not bring any information in, any of that sort of shit. Fine. Let them stay in their country. Guess what? We don't want your people in our country, because God knows what they're going to bring. So we're going to cut off all fucking travel to and from China. We don't have planes to fly there anymore. No more tourism for you either. Fuck off. We're just going to cut you out of our lives. We're going to ignore the fact that you exist. There's nothing else we can do. We can't sue them because you ain't gonna get shit. We're gonna do a symbolic suing? Really? We're gonna send them a bill? Somebody already tried that, right? Like, it's all you can do. The only thing you can do is say, look, you guys are fucks, and we don't like dealing with fucks, so you can sit and poison your people all you want with whatever fucking toxins that we're going to put a dome over your country. We can't trust you to exist in polite society at all, and we can't deal with you. We're not going to go through this every fucking year because you guys think, oh, we're going to fuck around with diseases. No. You don't get to do that shit anymore. Like, but the China problem, I think, definitely needs to be handled somehow. If only we had, like, I don't know, a union of nations. You know what I mean? Like, get all of the good, peaceable nations of the world together so that they can, you know, unionize and be like, look, there's all these shitty countries out there, and we either gotta fucking find a way to make peace with them and make them better, or we gotta find a way to just not have to be involved with them at all. And they can just sit in their own little fucking place and do their own little fucking thing, and we won't visit them, and we won't let them visit us. Fuck them. They can come play and be a part of the Union of Nations that we're gonna make, or they can't. We're not going to make them the fucking head of every organization in the fucking group. Right? We're not going to follow their propaganda and have our medical fucking divisions say, oh yeah, everything's fine. I don't even think it's transmissible with people. If only we had a good, honest, stand-up, not beholden to any of those nations, union of nations that we could rely upon to do something about this kind of shit. That we could empower to say, look, you fucked up. All that, you gotta pay for that shit, or we're kicking you out of the fucking union, and we're not gonna deal with you anymore in any way. And if you want to mobilize forces, you got 100 and some nations here, and we're just gonna start lobbing bombs at you, because we can. And at that point, we'll have had more than enough reason. So, play nice. Like, if only we had that. Somebody should really come up with that. I think that's a damn good idea.